What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Yammy Noob. Today we're modifying the Sportster some more. We're doing some classic hot rod modding, putting a full exhaust system by Vance & Hines and a air intake system by Vance & Hines as well. We're also going to be putting on the Fuel Pack 3 system so that we can take this bike out and tune it at a later date as well. Stick around, it's going to be a good one. Alright guys, so we're doing classic Sportster mods today. I already went ahead and removed the stock exhaust system from the motorcycle. Figured that was kind of boring, you guys didn't want to see that. This is the old stock Sportster 1200 system. You can see that it has this pipe leading from one end to the other end. Very, very heavy. I've found that working on a Sportster, I am just always shocked at how it seems like they've used lead or iron for anything and everything they could. We're going to this very cool Vance & Hines 2-into-1 upswept system. So we're gonna have these two pipes coming off the motorcycle, probably in that configuration if I were to guess, and then the end can going up a little bit higher off of the shock there. So that's gonna look really cool. We had to reharvest the flanges from the stock system as well. So if you're doing this at home, make sure you get those flanges off the stock system before you throw it away. Whitney's now laughing off camera because I definitely had to go dumpster diving after I threw this away and realized that I needed those flanges. So we also have the air intake system. If you guys are familiar with like modifying cars and stuff like that, this kind of looks like your classic pod filter. You normally don't see these on motorcycles because motorcycle air boxes are typically really tight and into the gas tank and pressurized as well, usually with a ram air system on a sport bike. Sportsters, kind of more old school. You got the air intake system right on the side of the engine so you can kind of show off the breather system as a bit of a flex. Looks kind of cool. Lastly, we have the Fuel Pack system by Vance & Hines as well. This is going to go right over here on this motorcycle. We're going to pop off this cover, literally just a plug-and-play system, and then you have to go out and tune the thing on the road. We're going to have a whole separate video on that. As a side note, we are giving away the Sportster 1200. Hit the links down below, the shop.yammynoob.co. You can actually find all of these parts that we're installing on this machine at our shop. If you have a Sportster, we got plenty of stuff. We've got shocks, exhaust, air intake systems, fuel management, all kinds of great stuff for your bike. And every dollar you spend is an entry to win this here Sportster 1200. So let's get to wrenching. All right guys, so we were here trying to mate up the exhaust to the Sportster, and I got myself, Whitney, Josh, Kevin even took a look. Nobody could quite figure out where this bracket was supposed to go. I took the cover off, I took the brakes off, I took the lever off. And it turns out that it helps if you order the right exhaust system. So I'm not placing any blame here at Yammy Noob, but somebody on the team, don't know who, we actually ordered the incorrect exhaust system. So this is actually for a Fat Bob, not a Sportster 1200. So for today's video, we're actually just going to be doing the airbox and the fuel pack, and then next time we're going to put on the full system and go take it for a tune. So let's continue on these mods, and hopefully they all fit. Alright guys, so we got the stock airbox off of this machine. You can see the cables running through from this right here, and if I crack it open, you can actually see that butterfly valve opening. You'll notice there's a little bit of oil kind of hanging around. I'm told that's just a Harley thing. It's not specific to this motorcycle, but now we're going to go around fitting the new airbox system onto this machine. Guys, as I'm installing this system, Whitney and I are on a diatribe about public transit in America. If you think that there should be more trains in America and less cars, you drop me a comment down below.
Dude, imagine a society where motorcycles get their own system.
They're so much more efficient. They take up so much less space. They reduce the consumption on the roads and everything else, wear and tear. But no, let's sell 9,000-pound electric vehicles like the Hummer EV, because people think that that's a green solution. Let's sell more Teslas to make Elon Musk even more of a billionaire. Awesome. All right, guys, the air intake is on the Sportster 1200 here. Pretty reasonable install. There were a couple things that I felt like were not really well designed on this thing. For example, the 3 bolts holding it in place actually are right near the velocity stack that kind of sucks in air. So it's really hard to get a wrench in there. But overall, pretty reasonable and simple install. This is definitely going to provide more airflow into our engine. And once we get the new exhaust system on there too, it's going to be feeling pretty awesome. But now let's go ahead and install that fuel pack. All right, guys, we're going to be putting the fuel pack on this motorcycle. The fuel pack's a really interesting little device. It's basically a plug-and-play fuel management system by Vance and Hines. It actually plugs in right underneath this cover. I'm going to show you guys that in just a moment. But standalone unit, you literally just plug it into the 6-pin on the side of the bike, and then what you do is you run an application on your phone and you actually roll the bike around and actually ride it, and it starts tuning it in real time. We're gonna do a whole video showing you that process once we get the exhaust on this bike too. But for now, let's just pop this on. So right down here, you have this plug that pops out. It's this little 6-pin, and then it just goes right in there. And that's your fuel pack installed. All right, guys, so semi-successful day modifying the Sportster. Unfortunately, we did get the wrong exhaust system on this motorcycle, but we have ordered the correct one. We got the fuel pack on, the new air cleaner and intake system, and we're really excited to see if we can get this thing sounding and performing a little bit better. What do you guys think? Do you want to see this thing out on track maybe? We've got the Conti Attack 3s, some decent ground clearance, some good suspension in the rear. Maybe we can get it out and do a little track day. That would be kind of fun. Remember, this is a giveaway motorcycle, so hit the links down below to shop.yamu.co. You can shop for all the cool parts we've put on this motorcycle so far. And if you've got other ideas of what we should do with the Sportster, let me know down below. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Keep watching Amy Noob!